I am going to design the web page, and the web page will look like this. And the web page is going to look like this with different elements. Anjali, please mute your microphone. Title of the page should be Welcome to Selenium. Welcome to Selenium should be the title of the page. Okay, next I should have a username text box. Handwriting might be poor because of digital handwriting. Username text box. Hello. Oh, okay. Now are you able to see Paramshu? Password box, then login button, and I have some reports box, reports checkbox, and I will have different radio button, male radio button, female radio button, female radio button. Please mute your microphones, Anjali, Paramshu, everyone. Don't unmute. If you have any doubts, you can unmute and talk. A link called Google link, a hyperlink. If I click on this, it has to navigate to Google page like that. Next, I will have an image. An image. Next, image with link. This is a normal image. If I mouse over on this, it will be as a normal cursor only. It will be as a normal cursor only. But if I mouse over on this, it will change to hand symbol. It will be an image. If I mouse over on this, it will change to a hand symbol. And if I click on this, it will navigate to some other page. It will navigate to some Flipkart page or some other page. Okay, this is image with link. Image with link. Then I'll have a single select drop down. I'll have a list of cities. I can select one city at a time. I have my list of cities. I have multiple cities. I can select multiple cities at a time. This is single select drop down, and this is multi select drop down. I'll have a text area where I can write the description. I'll have a file choosing button, that is browse button. If I click on this, a window will appear to select a file. Browse buttons normally what we see in application. These are the different elements what you will find in your web page. Apart from this, do you find any other elements in the web page? Think of that. No. That is nothing but this upload button is nothing but browse button. Okay. These are the download is nothing but it's a link. To that link they will give the functionality to download. These are the basic elements in a web page. If you know how these basic elements are built in a web page, see, you might see some elements like this. This is the combination of radio button and checkbox what they make. Many other things, whatever they make, it will be a combination of some elements, some basic elements. These are the basic elements. If you know these elements, that's more than sufficient for us, because we are not developers. We are not going to develop the web page. We are going to test the web page. That's why just what is this, and know the terminologies of each and every element. What is this element called? Text box. What is this box? Password box. There is a lot of there is a lot of difference between text box and password box. What is this? Button. Good. What is this? Checkbox. What is this? Radio button. Next one is image. Next one is image with link. This is, just a minute guys, I'll come. Akshara has went. This is single select drop down. Select drop down, and next one is multi select drop down, and this is text area. Text area. Normally we create text area to write descriptions. Okay, this is file choosing button. Choosing button. This is file choosing button. Okay, this is a web page what I am going to build now. Before that, take down the this requirement page. Next we are going to build the web page. How to build we will see slowly. Take down this. elements names also. Okay, now let's start building this web page. Normally, any web page is built with HTML. Any web page is built with HTML. We can write the HTML code anywhere in the Notepad, Edit Plus, or Notepad Plus Plus, normal Notepad. Anywhere we can write the code. But while you are saving the file, you want to save with .html extension. You want to save with .html extension. I am going to write this in the Notepad itself. Let me write this in the Notepad itself. I am going to just my intention is to design this web page now. I am just going to design this web page. Whatever I have written here in the blackboard, I am going to design this same web page as it is. Let me open the Notepad and start designing the web page. This any HTML page will start with HTML tag. Any HTML, don't take down the code, I will give you time to take down, and it will end with HTML tag. HTML page will start with HTML tag and end with HTML tag. HTML tag has two child tags called head tag and head tag closes separately like this, and body tag closes separately like this. Body tag, head tag and body tag. Are you getting this? This is the basic structure of HTML page. Okay, after creating this web page, Control S, save, Control S, or go to save. I'm going to F. Your classes, all your files will be under this particular folder only. Batch 114. Yeah. It started recording. No need to worry about that. Already done. Oh, batch 113. Batch 114. Okay. Here, name it as sample.html. I have saved this file. Once you have created the file, go here, go to under classes, under batch 114. Now I have created this file sample.html. If you create with .html, of course it will create a file like this. Once either you can double click or right click, open with Chrome browser, whichever the browser you want, you can open with that. It will open with the browser. Output will be here. I have not written anything. I have just created the structure of HTML page. That's why it is showing me the blank page here. And this is the structure of HTML page. Okay. This is the basic structure of HTML. Take down this basic structure of HTML. Just take down the basic structure of HTML. This is the basic structure of HTML. It starts with HTML tag and ends with HTML tag. It has two child tags, head tag and body tag. Head tag has four different child tags called title tag, meta tag, CSS tag and JS tag. These are not for us. These are not necessary for us at all. Okay, this meta tag is used to add keywords. This CSS is used for cascading style sheets to style the to change the font sizes or something. This JS is for JavaScript, which means that if I have a text box, if the text box has to take a minimum of 4 characters, maximum of 32 characters, if you want to do some validations, those things will be done in JS. These things are not necessary for us, first of all. Forget about this. Now, title is necessary. Title tag. Title will be all the other elements, whatever you are going to build, input text, text box, radio buttons, all those things should be inside this body tag only. Title tag. What is the title of your page? Welcome to Selenium should be the title of my page. This title tag closes separately. If the tag is open, it should be closed somewhere. Okay. Now, Control S, save. Now again I have to go and open this. This I have changed a little bit. Double click on this, open. Or else what you can do, already I have opened this, right? Just refresh this, then you will see the output here. If I refresh this, it has changed to welcome to Selenium. Okay, what I am going to do from now onwards, I am going to change the code here, save this and come and refresh here so that it will get the updated code. I don't want to go and open the file each and every time. Are you getting this? Now, let us start building the web pages. Let us start building the web pages now. What is the first element in our web page? Element name. What? Text box. Username text box is the first element what I am going to build. Okay. Input is the tag name. Input is the tag name to create the text box. Input is the tag name. Input tag closes separately. It won't close separately. It's a self-closing tag. It closes there itself. Input is the tag to create the text box. It has created a text box here. Have you understood? Input is the tag name to create the text box. If you want to create the radio button, input type equal to radio. It will create a radio button. See, it creates a radio button here. If you want to create a checkbox, input type equal to checkbox. If you want to create a text box, normally you should have given type equal to text. But if you give type equal to text, it will create a text box here. But if you are not giving anything called type equal to text, right? If you are not giving anything called type equal to text, it will create a text box itself. Because by default, the type value is text. By default, the type value is text. That's why if you are not giving anything, then it will take type equal to text, so that it creates a text box. We need a text box here. Either you can give type equal to text, or else just you can give input also, so that it creates a text box. Are you understanding how to create a text box now? No. Created. I need a label for this text box, right? As per my requirements, I need the username as a label for this text box. How to create that user? Just give that label here, username colon. That's it. It will create a text box. Go and refresh here. Refresh. You have got a username text box. You can type something. Any doubts how to create the text box? Now, imagine that my web page has many other elements also, like first name, last name, like this. I have many elements. Now if I refresh, I will get all these elements here, right? I am getting all these elements. Now, can you tell me whether this code, this particular code corresponds to first name or last name? It corresponds to first name. For example, if I have 50 elements like this, in between if I want to identify a particular element's code, whether that belongs to the previous element or next element, is it easy? It's quite a difficult. If you have too much code, if I want to verify whether that particular code corresponds to first name or last name, then it will be quite a difficult for me. So that what we will do normally is, whenever we create some elements, we will give a ID or name for that element. ID equal to uname or something, username. So that we will come to know that this particular code corresponds to username text box. If you have too many elements, to avoid the confusion, either we can give ID or name. Either we can give ID or name, so that we can, it will be easy for the further reference. Are you getting this? This is how I can create an element. Done. Created the username text box. One element is done. Next. What is the next element? Password box. Just a minute. Let me copy paste this code itself, whatever I have. Password input type. Let me give pwd. Done, right? Let me refresh this. Is this correct? No. Why? Password. If I give the password iccibank.com like this, right? Then no one will use that iccibank.com at all, right? Password box is different from text box. Input type equal to password, so that it will create a password box. Password box is different from text box. Password box takes an text box takes a normal characters, whereas password box takes an encrypted characters. Okay, just a minute, I will come back. Okay, next element. What is the next element what we are going to build? What is the element name? Button. I am going to build this button now. I am going to build this button. What is the tag to create button? Input type equal to button. If I give input type equal to button, it will create a button here. Let me see the output. Refresh this so that I have got the button. Okay, either you can give input type equal to button, or else you can give input type equal to submit also. So if you give input type equal to submit, you will get a button name itself as submit. So that I don't want the button name as submit. What I need? The button name. Button name as login. So that I am creating an empty button here. If I give a name here, it will come before the button. If I give something here, it will come after the button. But I want on the button as a login. I want the on the button as login. So that what I can give ID, value equal to login. Value equal to login. I've got the button name as value equal to login. Got it? Now, here for this button also, it is always preferred to give some unique IDs. Unique IDs for each and every element. Login button or something like this. This is preferred always to give some either IDs or name for each and every element. Right? Next. What is the next element? Checkbox. How to create the checkbox? You know already. Tell me. Input type equal to checkbox. Checkbox. Input type equal to checkbox. It is preferred to give ID or name. You can give either ID or name, anything can be given. Now I have created a checkbox, but I need something called reports here, right? Where I can give after this reports. That is what I have created. Done. Reports. Now what is the next element in your requirement page? What is the next element? Radio button. I need to create the radio button. Let me create that radio button. What is the tag to create radio button? Input type is equal to radio, only radio. Input type equal to radio. Refresh this. You have got a radio button. But do you want the radio button there? No, it should be in the next line. What I can do in that case? Give BR tags, breaking reference. It will give a breaking reference and bring it here. But normally in real time they won't use BR tags. What they do is they create tables and place the elements inside the table, so that when they create a table, automatically it will fall in a new line. Let me explain you more clearly about this. They'll create a table. They'll create a table like this. They'll create a table with one row and two columns. They'll create a table like this. They'll put the male radio button here and female radio button here. When they create a new table, automatically it will fall in a new line. This table is created with one row and two columns in that one row, and they will divide all the elements into different tables. They'll put all the links in one table, all the images in one table, all the images in one all the images in one table, all the select drop downs in one table, all the select drop downs in one table, all the other elements in one table. Like this, they will divide the page into different tables normally. As soon as they get the requirement, based upon their convenience, they will divide the page into different tables, and they will put the elements inside the tables. Okay, this male and female radio button is in one table with one row and two columns. This Google link is in one table with how many rows? One row and one column inside that row. This image and image with link is in one table with how many rows? Two rows and one column in each row. Right? Then this single select drop down and multi select drop down is in one table with how many rows? One row. First row should be there, then inside the row column should be there. Okay, inside one row with two columns. One row with two columns. This text area and browse button is in one row with two columns. Okay, that is how this web page will be divided. If you want to create a table, let me create a table. Let me create this empty table. Let me create an empty table like this. Okay, table will be created with table tag. Table will be created with table tag. Table tag ends like this. This table has how many rows? One row. This table has one row. TR. This TR will close separately. Has how many columns? Two columns. Columns is nothing but TD. Table data. TD. Here I will have male radio button. I can create male radio button. Next one more TD. In this I should have female radio button. Like this I can create, so that it will create inside the table. This is the structure of the table. Just take down only this table structure. Don't take down any other thing. This is the basic structure of table.